Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome back to my channel. So we are going to go straight to the program. But before then, do me a favor by hitting the like button, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us where you're watching from if you don't mind. Or you can also tell us what you think about what the video is all about. Remember, our WhatsApp link is out. You can also join us there. That's the best way to receive notification when we are live. We share some information. You learn from each other. You yourself can also say something there and let us know what you think. If there's any suggestion, any comment at all, bring it on there. There's a video link someone just dropped there yesterday that is a very, very nice, that you yourself need to watch it. Although I am planning to run program with that video, that link, but it is good for you to watch it before then. All right. So I don't know when you're going to get the video. Maybe the video may be out. But as of now, I'm recording the video. I have not run program on that video. So to some of you that have watched it, we are going to go through that video publicly to bring it to our notice. But you can also watch it before then. That's why you need to be in that WhatsApp group, if you don't mind. Now, but for those of you who don't like what we do here, please don't go there, because you go in there, you commit losers. If you don't like what we do here, maybe you are just a buyer person, you don't care, car report is this and that, just be you, okay? Be you, don't follow the link. The link is in the community here, or you can also comment on the comment of this particular video and demand for the link. I don't mind to send it to you. And from time to time, we are going to share it again publicly. But for now, this is the best way to go. So I've told you the reason why we opened that WhatsApp channel. Well, not WhatsApp channel. WhatsApp channel is somehow, I'm not a fan of that. My first time I tried it. I hate to have a platform that I hardly receive feedback from people who follow me. That's why I abandoned that WhatsApp channel for now, because I've noticed that people don't comment, they don't say anything there, they look. So I felt like I'm talking to myself. I love if when I put something out there, somebody will have a kind of reaction towards what I say. That's why you have to open that. That's why you decide to go to the WhatsApp group and be part of us there, be part of the family in that WhatsApp. Do not share link randomly there. Link you are allowed to share there is link that is very educative. But I will advise you to contact any admin in the WhatsApp group before you send any link. I have removed many people from that WhatsApp group simply because they don't listen. Some of them, I even send a message privately to them. They read the message, they refuse. They still come back to post links. And that means it's deliberate. Maybe these are Lazuba's group of people that want to distract or provoke me. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So this video, we are going to go through a post from our own brother, Joseph Okechukwu. Many of you know him. He's a Nollywood actor. And he's not someone that you said you don't know him on social media. He's very, very vocal. Very, very vocal. I love what is the new Joseph now. I love this new Joseph. Hopefully, he's not going to go back to his shield, because he's always good to be man enough to stand on the side of the truth. That is why I encourage you to be in the WhatsApp group, because like I said, the video that somebody dropped in that group yesterday is a YouTube link of one American guy who managed to interview a priest in northern part of Nigeria. What they said here is what listen to. What they said there is what listen to. That's why I have decided to run program on that. I may not even say more, but for you to hear it, I want to publicize it. Makande East, Nibia Francina Kadeche, that now somehow, and Jamaica is somewhere waiting for you. And Jamaica is there. I'm a Catholic, proudly a Catholic, undiluted. I don't, on a political one, I don't regret it. But what I'm trying to say is that in as much as we are Christians, we also need to use our brain. I don't believe that somebody will come with rifle chasing me and my family. I should just be using Bible and my chapel, my rosary, or going to chapel as a Catholic. No. As I'm doing that, my chapel and my Bible would only help me to encourage me to bring my own rifle and defend myself, to bring my own cutlass, my own 2x2 to defend myself. I don't think I should wait for any scent to help me on that. The scent will protect me, that you will not catch me, you will not hurt me. But the scent and the spirit cannot go to the battlefield for me alone. Do you understand? So I'm not controlling spirit, but I have to get development. I have to make one or two to get development. So for those of you celebrating and going attacking Christianity, I don't blame you. Somehow I blame you. And this goes to Bishop and Khan, Catholic, whatever organization of Nigeria. You guys are disappointment. But before then, I don't want to run the program here. We are coming to that program hopefully any moment from now. But let's focus on why we're here. The screenshot you are seeing before you now is from Joseph Okechukwu. Although I merged it with this one of Sarah Reporter, as you can see on the screen, he said, in a very speedy and responsible way, a peaceful national divorce will happen very soon. And when it eventually happens, to those who vehemently oppose it, you will see that it is not after all as scary. It is not after all as scary and self-serving as some of you make it out to be. I will explain how we can all win from this. You see, that is the spirit of what I love to call spirit of Biafra. Many of you will counter that. And for those who are not Biafra, you don't like Biafra. This is the spirit. This is the spirit, genuine, sensible and trusted spirit of Biafrans. When he hit you, you face a reality. One thing I love about what he said is this fact that is a win-win for everybody, because some people actually see it as a detriment to their own existence. That the ones you mentioned Biafran, you are trying to cut them off from the surface of the earth. Very shocking. Hey, you go Maribes here. Please let us calm down and understand what it means to solve this problem once and for all, because it's going to benefit you Arawa, it's going to benefit you Oduduwa, it's going to benefit you Biafra. Even if you want to, Edo may choose to be on their own. I don't know if they have what it takes, but understand me. In fact, they will even if you are too small, your tribe refuses very small to become a country, you now have chance and your own right to choose where you need to be. Do you understand it? I don't want to say much. Pay close attention because we also have a video. Then Sahara Reporter is here reporting something very, very interesting. He said, 6 abducted, several injured as bandit attack Kwara community. Police confirm. Listen, we are going to run program on this as well. Hopefully, if I have the time, I will do that, because there's another video of Kwara people protesting that you won't see in mainstream media controlled by Yoruba people. They don't want to show you that. Meaning that you are showing me wickedness and at the same time showing yourself wickedness. I don't understand. Only in Africa, only black people can do this. But let's continue. There's a video that attached to this.
Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great today. So lately I've been pushing for a peaceful national divorce in Nigeria.
Okay, let me take it back. I need to start properly.
Who have been reaching out to me asking me, Joe, how possible is that ever going
now,
Nigeria?
Let me pause it. This is the man called Joseph Okechukwu, our own brother from Enugu State, our own brother as a Nollywood actor. This man you are seeing here, I cannot tell you that I'm very, very proud of him. Why? Because sometimes he sounds like this. Next minute you are seeing him campaigning for Obi. Sometimes, so the inconsistency is the problem I have with him. But in terms of intelligence and smartness, or very educated, I give it to him. But your education cannot take away this thing that I'm saying, that somehow you are flip-flopping, you are here or there. But Obidota, long may it continue. Listen, what I love most from what he said is peaceful. That word peaceful. We all are for peaceful. I want that peaceful, so that everybody, it will not shame those who colonize you, those who don't want you to move forward. Genuine Fulanis, genuine Hausas, genuine Yorubas, genuine Igbos, genuine Efik, genuine anything, genuine. I want us to understand that is where we win for everybody. I rather beg Yoruba people to help me than begging Westerners. Do you understand? Yorubas rather beg their friends to help them than begging Westerners. How about it? How about Africans start helping themselves? A choice seek asylum, you want to go medical vacation, you do it within African continent. I saw a video of a Kenyan president crying out in National Assembly. Well, if you have time, we're going to share it as well. Crying out. Why? Because No country in from African continent is in UN National Security Council. Guess where they represent very, very in huge number? In military. Ojindu emela ọkụ ndị ga-apụta ewere ndụ fatinye. That is where your national security Africans are, participating in national peacekeeping troop and all that. Africans will bring their own in quantum. Almost all the African countries, how many African countries? 50, I think 54, 56. I can't remember now how many countries in Africa to compare that of Europe. When you talk of one country, from one country in Africa, you can create 5 or 7 countries in Europe. Then we still outnumber them. Imagine armies from these countries. That means they produce more army, full soldiers. The reason why they don't regard you, they don't add in Security Council is very simple. You can't go to moon. Can you launch a rocket? Can you visit? Where's your place? Is the space station? You don't have a space station. We all still hacking or believing in satellites owned by who? The one of South Africa. I don't know how authentic. I don't know if it's attached to all that country, or do they have any place in space station? No, they don't have. Get it very clear. Many other countries have their own satellite line, but to be in space station, that's what I'm talking about. Can you launch a rocket? What is your military equipment? What can you produce? Nigerians have what it takes to do all those things. They chose to leak British, science. Because producing even there is maladam and all that, you can do that. Biafrans can do it. They did it during the time of Nigerian Biafran genocidal war. They were able to hold those even war power stand still for 3 good years, not 3 weeks, not 3 days, not 3 months, 3 good years. If not the hunger tactics, it would have even gone beyond that. They produce. Many of you are crying for refinery. Oh, but then go to the refinery. Biafran was able to refine their own petroleum during the war. Manually, they did it. I just want to remind you, Makande, when I listen to Ikenga, Udele, these names, these ganja people, I shed tears. Please, without wasting much of your time, let's hear from Joseph Okechukwu. I don't want to interrupt him. Let's go.
Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great today. So lately I've been pushing for a peaceful national divorce in Nigeria. And a lot of people have been reaching out to me asking me, Joe, how possible is that ever going to be? How can you say peaceful when you know it will never be peaceful? And all of that. And I'm asking, why shouldn't it be peaceful? Why must everything be violent? Another statesman asked me a very interesting question earlier today, and he said to me, Joe, can you explain why what happened to Nigerians that all of a sudden we have become disconnected and detached from reality? We no longer recognize truth. And he meant it when he was asking me, and this is true. And I told him simply, it's because the forces of darkness, the colonial powers, have waged a sustained psychological warfare on Nigerians for so many years, and it's now beginning to bear fruit. People now suffer from what we call in intelligence research altered state of consciousness. Their altered state of consciousness is what is beginning to happen to make them disconnect completely from reality. They see the truth, and the truth doesn't look like truth to them. They see something that would naturally elicit a reaction of awe and fear and panic and shock, and they're just indifferent about it. That's what happens when someone is under mind control. They've mind controlled people into stupidity, into what we call Stockholm syndrome. You already know what Stockholm syndrome is. That's what they have done. This is why people no longer believe in reality, because if you believe in reality, reality, you will understand that there is absolutely no unity between the three biggest tribes in Nigeria, the Igbo, the Hausa, the Yoruba. There's no unity. And there is not going to be unity in the foreseeable future. So why do you want to keep pandering this whole idea of united what? That's why the man was saying that people have now become so terribly disconnected from reality, from the truth. How do you see Igbo man united with the Yoruba man with what the colonial powers have planted in Nigeria and the decades-old psychological warfare that has inflicted so much wound in the soul that can never be healed again, just so that the division remains permanent and so that they can now tap into that division and use it to continually divide and engage us in all these incendiary animosities while they are stealing us dry. That's why some people say Africans are not very mature. Sometimes, not all of us, and some of us. How do you allow someone else use you the way the colonials use us? Rather than come together and fight for our common purpose, we are becoming tools in their hands, puppets being used by them. And we know it, yet we surrender to be used. Today, the Yoruba man is even scared of his own shadows because of what Tinubu has done. Yorubanized his entire administration. I have never, since I've been alive, seen any president that has been this nepotistic. You know, just look at the hires, look at all the people, look at all the appointments. So he's afraid of his own shadows. What he has done makes him very uncomfortable. So he feels that the moment he leaves power, if it happens prematurely or if he doesn't get a second term in office, that the Yoruba nation will be left very vulnerable. And anybody can take advantage of power and mess them up. And look at the North. Just because they were seen to be tilting towards Russia, following the footsteps of their brothers in the Sahel, the colonials immediately panicked, infuriated by that, moved the power structure that the Northerners have always had since we've been alive and relocated it to the West and handed it over to Tinubu. And so the power structure, the colonial power structure now that used to be in the North is now in the West. And the Northerners have vowed, because of what they have seen in just a few years into Tinubu's presidency, they have vowed, come rain, come shine, we will not allow Tinubu to come back. And it's not even a joke. They are open. When I first spoke about it, it was just maybe one or two talking about it. Now there are so many of them talking about it openly. They're preparing for war. And everybody walks around as if all is well. And talk about the Igbo man. He's been at the receiving end from day one. Ever since they challenged the idea of the concocted fake union, the forced marriage, and went to war with Nigeria, the colonials have not forgiven them. And there's been this unwritten code that no Igbo man is allowed to rule Nigeria. It's unwritten. If you like, be an Igbo man, win by a landslide, they must find a way. It has to either be Yoruba or Hausa, ruling Nigeria. It's an unwritten code, except if that changes tomorrow. Everybody knows that. For those who haven't yet been disconnected from reality and the truth, they know it. Elder statesmen have spoken about it. They know. So for the Igbo man, breaking up, signing the divorce papers, like tomorrow is the best thing for him. Forget all the nonsensical talks about, oh, Igbos are landlocked, oh, they are unfortunate. Give them freedom and see what happens within just 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
So what I'm saying in effect is that the time is right. The Hausa man does not trust the Yoruba man, will never trust him again because of what I have seen so far. The Yoruba man does not trust the Hausa man, has always been at war with the Igbos. The Igbo man doesn't trust really anyone because they don't know who is who again. They just want to be on their own. So you can imagine that the Lugard experience that happened in 1914 has all but fallen apart, but we are still here deceiving ourselves, pretending that the union is still active, it's still flourishing. There is nothing flourishing. What makes you a human is seeing the truth, seeing that something is white and calling it white. You see it is black, you call it black. In all honesty, search your conscience if you're watching this video. Can you openly tell anyone, your children or anybody close to you, that I can beat my chest that Nigeria is united and we are one? Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, we are one. So why, if you are not one, why do you keep promoting the idea of one Nigerianism when you know that that whole idea was a commercial decision? It was an economic decision that was made to further the economic exploitation of the colonial powers. Nigeria was created as a corporation, not as a country. A company, not a country. That's why it was very necessary to forcefully amalgamate the union so that you will use the have-nots to exploit the haves and use the weakest to exploit the strongest. That's what is happening. And when you're doing that, you will make sure that you keep on fomenting divisive antics and all manner of animosities, that kind of expose the incompatibility between the unions. So they engage in this fight and bickering every day while you are busy stealing from them. And it's a permanent state of economic exploitation. So you don't ever recover from it. The only way you recover is when you wake up to this reality and break that union. You're not breaking the union because we hate ourselves. They created the hatred we have today. But if we are smart enough, we can do it in such a way that we break it, weaken them, and then decide on our own how we want to live together. That's why I am promoting and pushing for peaceful national divorce. Not because I hate anybody, but because I want to.
That is the message. And you all know what that means. All right? I'm happy that someone like him is now adding his voice. The reason is not because of any hate, because I keep on saying that. There's no hate here. People actually telling you otherwise are the one that hate you. Just wait to watch the video that I told you about, that YouTube link that somebody shared on a WhatsApp group. Because there, most of the things Amatagara predicted years ago, the priest in the north is telling you, based on the message that he got from one of them, the template and the plans and the teachings that these Fulani terrorists are sharing to people, the template, even the fuel tanker that they burn people from here and there, the Dangote truck. Do you know it's part of instrument they say they're going to use? And not me. Our own is to write on what is social media. I don't promote violence or ask you to go attack anybody. No. This platform is not for criminality or attacking anybody or promoting kidnapping, killing, or terrorism. Not at all. We actually use this medium to educate people to be alert, to avoid being vulnerable to this kind of, unholy attack that these people want to use to Islamize everywhere and carry out jihad. God bless you, and make sure you like the video and tell me what you think about all this. Because what's your take on what Okechukwu said here? Do you agree or disagree? Let me hear from you. God bless you, and bye-bye for now.
To